What is happening, guys? ARCHIEzzle here, and welcome to another video. Archies, I hope you guys are having a great day. This video is actually in response to my good old buddy Drip46, where he talked about why he doesn't want to be a sergeant. These are my thoughts on becoming a sergeant based on my experiences, again, based on my opinion. I do respect the guy. Adam, if you're watching this, shout out to you, man. I don't even know how many shout outs I've given to you, but I do respect this person. I haven't really met him in real life, but he's one of the realest, did I say that right? One of the most legitimate, transparent, true person that I know online. I haven't really met him in person, but I have talked to him on the phone, and sometimes we exchange messages. He's pretty legit, he's pretty cool, and someday I want to meet you, brother. Alright, so here we go. My thoughts on becoming an NCO, becoming a sergeant. If you don't know, being an NCO, being a sergeant in the army, or not just in the army, but different branches as well, you are going to be leading soldiers. You are going to be in charge of people's lives. Especially, let's say, as a combat medic, if you deploy, it's more than just like carrying out tasks and giving out orders and making sure that the mission is accomplished. It's more about like taking care of people, taking care of soldiers, making sure that they get the help they need when they need something. It's a big responsibility if you think about it, especially if you're overseas. If you're in a firefight, if someone gets shot, if someone gets killed, it's all on you, or in this case, it's all on me. I've addressed this before. I haven't been in a combat deployment. I've been a medic though for the past 5.5 years, going on 6 years in the army, but I've had different situations where I worked as a line medic. I've worked in the security area or security department that I really can't talk about, and some other duties, some other jobs that I had to deal with, like a few soldiers, maybe like 4 or 5 to sometimes 0 because of the duty that I was put in. But they always drill this in your head, especially when you're NCO school and you're trying to go to the board and you're about to get promoted. You are a born leader. That's what the army teaches. Everyone is a born leader. That means you have to take an initiative. That means that you have to like sometimes put yourself in that awkward situation, step up and just do whatever you're supposed to do. I know it's kind of risky, especially if you don't really have any job training or if you don't have any experience. But again, I said this before, experience is the best teacher. But sometimes it kind of falls into this situation where I don't want to just wing it because I'm going to be dealing with other people's lives. People's lives, soldiers that have families that do really care about them and count on their soldier to live, to survive. My take on that is that if I don't really try it, I'm not really gonna know it. But it's not like I'm taking a gamble and I don't care about people's lives. But then again, I haven't been in that situation where I actually have to lead soldiers in a firefight or something like that. I'm just gonna say that I'm really fortunate because I had great mentors, great leaders. When I got promoted to sergeant and I was actually leading my own squad, I had a good mentor. He has his own squad, but he did teach me on how to do my job. I know I'm actually not great because no one's perfect. I have a lot of room for improvement, and there's some situations where my lower enlisted soldiers are actually more knowledgeable about a certain topic compared to me, and that's fine with me. I would actually have someone who's a specialist teach me something as a sergeant right now because I don't really know how to do the thing. I'm gonna let him take the lead on that because he's the subject matter expert on it. Sometimes to be a great leader, it doesn't mean that you just have to be in the front all the time. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be bossing around people. For me, being a leader, being a sergeant, being an NCO is actually listening to your soldiers, listening to what they want to say, listening to their opinions, listening on things that matter to them. Because being a leader, you have to think about your soldiers first. People and lives that you are in charge of. That's what becoming a great leader is to me. Hearing what they need and listening to them. Not gonna lie, I actually tried to get promoted and wanted to become an NCO or to be a leader because I really hated getting bossed around. Not gonna lie, also as an E5, I'm not really high in the totem pole. I'm just like, just a little bit above the ground. So it's still low if you think about it. But I didn't really want people to boss me around. I've had experiences when I had really great bosses, great NCOs, great leaders above me. And I had situations also and experiences where I had really sucky and bad. So I had a mix and match of both, good and bad leaders leading me. So I basically took some information from the bad NCO. I took some information also from the good NCO. I kind of like mixed it together and made it my own. I learned from all the mistakes that I got from my bad NCO, and I kept the good ones from my good NCO, and that's how I do it right now. It's actually kind of weird because I don't really have a soldier right now besides recruits or future soldiers, but it's kind of hard to relay the message to them because they don't really know anything about the Army. They're starting from scratch, zero, like they don't know anything. But I think I'm in that perfect situation right now that I can actually build them from the ground up. People say it all the time, like if you're trying to go in as a soldier, you get broken down as a civilian, build up all the way as a soldier in basic training. I kind of do believe in that. I really do believe in that, but I also believe that as a recruiter, it's our job to do so, because who are the first few soldiers that you're gonna meet when you join the Army? The recruiters, right? And somewhere down the road, for some reason, you actually signed that dotted line because of your recruiter. Believe it or not, he may be a liar sometimes, he may be an asshole. Some of them are really great and really transparent. Some of them really care about you, some don't. It's just how life is. That's how the world works. I'm not gonna lie to you that everyone's great and nice. There's gonna be people who are gonna be good and people who are gonna be bad. Now back to the topic, I feel like I'm getting super sidetracked. I became an NCO because I want to be on that position, because I know myself that I'm capable of doing so. I guess it's kind of like a different motivation, like I don't want to be below, or I don't want to get bossed around anymore, again, because of bad leaders. So I try to emulate good leaders that I've had before, and that's where I am right now, and that's why I'm doing this right now, because of those great leaders that was in charge of me when I was still a private. But again, to each his own. People have their own beliefs and people have their own opinions about things. If you yourself feel like you can't be a leader, that's fine and great, that's okay. But if you do feel like you know you have that urge that you're gonna be a great leader, go ahead, stay hungry, do it every day, try to do as much as you can to get promoted ASAP. It's not about the money, it's not really about the position, it's about taking care of soldiers. That's what I've learned. I know my motivation in the beginning was just to be not bossed around, but at the end of the day, it made me realize it's about the soldiers. Soldiers that you're taking care of. Soldiers who are below you. My question to you guys is, if you're an NCO right now, if you're a specialist trying to become an NCO, or not even in the military side, if you're a civilian right now and you're about to dive or go into that position where you're actually going to be a leader, let's say employees below you or some people below you, workers, construction workers, whatever it is, if you're going to be in that leadership position, have you had experiences when you had really bad leaders or good leaders? Are you trying to do this just for self-gain? Or are you actually doing this to be a great leader? Try to fix the stuff that you experienced that was really shitty and really bad when you were still not a leader. Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear your stories. Again, let's start a conversation. Let's just share everything that we know, if you feel like it, if you're inclined to do so. And make sure that you hit that like button, because it does help out the channel grow. And also subscribe and hit that little bell, that notification thing, to get emails, push emails about uploaded new videos from ARCHIEzzle, because I would really appreciate that, so I know that you're watching it. Well, that is it for today. Leave a question or comment down below also if you feel like it. And that's it. ARCHIEzzle out.